And we're live. And we're live for episode 15 of Slap Happy. That's right, ladies and gentlemen. We are here. We are doing it. This is episode 15 of my podcast. Pretty excited to be here. Going to make it short and sharp this week because I've had a couple of stonking days in the markets, and you know, I keep telling myself I'm gonna film regularly on a Sunday, all right? And then it gets a Sunday, and we've got some washing that needs doing. We need some groceries that needs picking up. We need to, I've got to go to the beach, or I don't know, my girlfriend wants to go pick up some furniture or something like that, right? And I don't get around to filming these on the Sunday like I had planned. And I need to start doing that because when it gets to like a Tuesday or a Wednesday and I'm shooting this, especially if I've had a couple of stonking days like I have the last 2 days, it's just not as fun. I'm going to be real. It's just not as fun. It's a lot easier to film these after I've traded well. Not necessarily made a bunch of money, but just traded well. I haven't traded well the last 2 days. I've been very, very, very sloppy. I've been very erratic. I've been in and out. I've been, trading too many names. I've just been a bit undisciplined. Obviously, the markets have changed a little bit the last couple of days as a lot of the volume's gone out. There's not a real clear sense of direction. It just definitely feels a bit choppier the last couple of days. So, look, at situations like this where I just kind of need to take a step back and pay attention to the market conditions and kind of, just look at what's in front of me and say, hey, am I trading? Am I approaching the markets with the right kind of trading plans? And, are the trading plans that I'm approaching the market with, are they relevant to the market conditions? The answer is no. The last 2 days, no. I've been trading way too many names. There's barely been anything that I would have considered like an A+, even an A setup for me, right? There's nothing, I think, in the last 2 days. And I reckon I've traded maybe 15 names in each day for the last 2 days. Maybe 10 to 15 names. I've traded a lot. And considering, there hasn't even been one setup that I would say, oh, that's a beautiful setup. So yeah, it's just a little bit choppy. So I need to just chill the fuck out. I think I'm kind of getting in this frame of mind that it's like, beginning of earnings and getting excited, and obviously all the stuff with GameStop and crypto markets, just kind of everyone's talking about these things, and there's like a little tingling in my belly. I'm getting a little bit excited, I'm getting on the computer, I'm watching videos, I'm doing my reading, I'm just kind of getting interested in markets and what's going on around the world at the moment. And I think it's kind of, probably taken me away from what I do best, and that's to in, out, fucking ninja shit. I haven't been doing that because I've been, again, just a little bit too preoccupied with the idea of trading and the idea of markets and success and all this bullshit instead of just doing my job, right? So, for the remainder of the week, that's what I'm going to do. I'm going to go back to doing my job. Really, like chopping and getting the fuck out. Getting the fuck out and then getting on with my day because I got other shit going on right now that I need to spend some time on. So, I got some stuff that I'm working on at the moment, stuff that I want to talk about, but will not until they're kind of like closer to, until it's closer to fruition, I guess. But for now, I'm just gonna talk about what's been happening. So, we just come off the back of January. Actually, no, we've just finished January. And I ended up printing my second best month. So I did about 32K, and my previous my best is 41, I think, and then my previous second best was last month, which was 29. So did my second best month. Now it was a very, very interesting month, and I talked about this. I did a written kind of like end of month summary or review type thing, where I talked about a few of these things, but I guess I'll drop a little more info and go into a bit more detail here. So I started the month living in Sydney, trading at my girlfriend's parents' place, and it was it was fun. It was fun. It was nice. I got to see my family. I got to spend time with my family, and that was amazing. Got to spend some quality time with my mum and dad, and my brother and my sister, and that was all amazing. But the internet in Penrith, for some reason, I don't know if it's in Penrith or it's at this particular house, but it was just really poor. And I didn't have a desk. I was sitting on the floor trading off the coffee table, and it's like, wow, cry me a river, Saf. But it just wasn't ideal. And I made the most of it though. Like I did have a couple of absolute stonking days where the opposite of stonking, shonking. I had some shonking days where I kind of toasted, I think, 4 days into the month, I toasted about $4.5 grand, which is a big L for me. And then Thursday, the following week, I did about 5.2K minus 5.2K. So, and that was my biggest losing day ever. And it was really strange because it kind of, I could feel it coming, and me and Nick were talking frequently about, how I was trading and how I was feeling because, I started the month really well. I think I did 3K on the first day, and then I had a couple of greenies, and then I had that 4.5K loss on the maybe Wednesday or Thursday, the first week of January. And, we spoke about, hey, what's going on? It's all good. But, even though I felt like I had kind of, moved past it, there was still this kind of lingering like feeling of like, not really, I don't know. I just felt unsettled. I think I felt unsettled, and the following week really proved that because even though I won through, I think I won Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday. Like I made $1,000 kind of thing each day, which is perfect. It's great. It's a lot of money. So I was happy. But the manner in which I did it was kind of, it kind of concerned me a little bit. I was pushing the envelope. I got lucky in a couple of spots, and I was just forcing a little bit. And then the Thursday came around, and I really, really, really forced it. And I don't know if anyone was trading it that day, but I was trading Whitehaven coal, which I got lucky in the day before. But I traded Whitehaven coal. I had a whole heap. I had maybe like 65,000 units or something, and it just went. Got absolutely demolished, and I went down with the boat. Went down with the ship. Sorry, with a bunch of my fellow traders. We all got steamrolled, and it wasn't fun. I kind of held it, kind of pieced in and out, trying to praying to God that it was going to go back to whatever it was testing, 175 or something. But it ended up just getting hit even harder. And who is that? So that was the Amazon man delivering my books. Man, I'll tell you what. So anyway, let me finish this story. So I just kind of I held the bag in WHC and ended up getting steamrolled, and as I said, toasted my biggest, had my biggest loss ever. And I think someone asked me about this the other day. What did I do on that day to kind of like in the Q&A live stream the other day? So I think someone asked me, what did I do to cope on that day? I honestly, I kind of walked into the spare room at the front of the house, and I laid down on the ground and I just curled up into a ball. And I know that sounds so dramatic, but I take these things to heart. I'm not very, I take this shit to heart, man. Like when I perform badly, it hurts. Not all the time, but in that particular circumstance, because of the way that I did it and just how messy it was, it hurt a lot to trade that bad. So I didn't try to run from it. I didn't try to ignore it. I didn't try to pretend it didn't happen. I lay down and I curled up into a ball and I just let myself feel that pain. And I can feel it right now when I think about it, because it sucks, because that's not just an L. That's not just bad trading. That's years and years and years of telling myself that I'm not good enough, that rears its head in situations like that. It's years and years and years of believing that I would never, ever, ever be successful, that rears its head in moments like that. So, you know, I know that I'm not those things, and it's just trading and it's just my job. But, you know, I think it's important to feel those things, because I don't want to go back there. I don't want to go back to being that person. So I took that L. I felt it. I let myself feel it. I didn't run from it. Once I'd kind of laid there and felt it for a little while, I got up and I said to myself, you know what? I've wasted today. I've lost a lot of money. I'll learn from it, but I need to make sure that I get out of today with at least something positive. You know, not just the lessons that I learned from the trading, but I want to wake up tomorrow and go, yeah, look, I toasted all that money and I fucking, you know, that was shit. I learned a little bit from it, you know, what not to do kind of thing. But I want to make sure that I can wake up the next morning and go, well, at least I did this, or at least I did this. And that's something I like to do. Like, I don't ever want to wake up like I've had many days throughout my early 20s when I was really, really depressed, where every single day would just be a waste, like a total waste. And I would get to like 5 p.m. in the evening or 6 p.m. after wasting the whole day, sleeping in bed, gambling, eating shitty food, not exercising. I'd lay in bed all day and it'd get to like 6 or 7 p.m. and I'd have the opportunity to get up out of bed and go do something positive just to end the day, but I would never take it. I would always go, well, I've already wasted 12 hours. You know, why not make it fucking 18? So, you know, that used to be my mindset toward shit like that. Just fucking, if I've already started wasting the day, why not just finish wasting the day? But yeah, I try to avoid that nowadays. I try to make sure that it's the opposite. It's like, if I have wasted some of the day, don't waste the rest of it, because I've only got today, you know? So on that day, I didn't. I went to the gym. I smashed it. Like, I had a really, really good workout. It was cathartic. I just crushed my body, slayed my body. But yeah, just kind of put that work in, and it felt great. Felt great to get a sweat on. Nothing actually feels better than if you're feeling a bit low, just getting a real good sweat on. Going to the gym, training, working out, you know, a bit of martial arts, going for a jog, hitting a bag, whatever you want. Getting a fucking sweat on after you've kind of been in a bit of a lull, or, you know, head's been down a little bit. Nothing really can beat that. So yeah, I got my sweat on, and then came home, worked on a bit of music, and just tried to put it behind me. So yeah, that was the Thursday. What was remarkable about that is, so that's the second week of January. We come to the third week of January, and I kind of turned things around in a really big way. And don't know how. I think just the Thursday and just how hard it hit me, and how I was feeling. You know, I found that in a resolve, and I just made sure that, like, next week I went out and I amended it. So I just started trading well. I started getting in and out, started doing my job. I had Wednesday, Thursday, Friday. I mean, the whole week was good. You know, Thursday was probably the pinnacle. I scalped out like 12K in the morning, super quick, maybe 15 minutes I was in the market, 12K. And then went and spent a beautiful day up on the Central Coast with my little sister, taking her out to time zone and shit like that. It was a magical day. Then the evening with my parents playing Uno and kind of hanging out. So that was cool. But I ended up having a really, really good week. Every day was green, and I put together like 25K for the week, which was an $11,000 upgrade on my previous weekly best. which was back in June. So yeah, I went from my worst ever loss to my biggest ever week in back-to-back weeks. And for me, that really felt good. That really felt good. I felt like I always feel like I'm trying to prove to myself that I am this. I am a trader. I am capable. I am good enough. I feel like I'm always trying to prove that to myself. Like I long for the day that I'm just comfortable. I long for the day that I'm just myself and I'm just in my skin and I'm just like, fuck yeah, I'm in my skin. So, yeah, I'm looking forward to that day because until then, there's a lot to prove. And yeah, when I don't prove it to myself, i.e. the 5K loss, it hurts. When I do prove it to myself, it feels real good. So yeah, turn it around. And then the following week, I did about 7 and ended up, with the 32K month, which was phenomenal. Yeah, so that January is a real funny month for all those reasons. But look, I'm glad that I put together another winner. Like, I'm honestly super blessed to do what I do. I'm super happy to be doing what I'm doing. Like, I love what I do, and I'm not so concerned with the number as long as there's the consistency and I feel like I'm acting in accordance with the way that a professional would carry themselves. As long as I'm doing those things, I'm happy. Like, I don't have to be printing 5K days. I am happy with 500. I'm happy with 1,000. As long as I'm conducting myself in the manner of a professional. I could have that, like I think the Friday of that third week, I did make, about $5,000, but I traded really bad. I think it was the day of the big zip. It kind of gapped up and faded. I wasted a lot of opportunity on that day. I traded really, really bad, and I gave back a lot. I think I was like +9 at one point. I gave back about $4,500 or something. And I just got way too energetic. I get real hyper in the market sometimes, and yeah, that was an example of that. And even though I made money, the way that I did it, I wasn't super happy with. So yeah, there's that constant kind of like, assessing and adjusting and just trying to figure out where I'm at and just trying to get on the right path. And, it's clicking slowly, but I just kind of want it to click quicker. But, again, you can't kind of force that shit. You just kind of got to let it come to you. Like I need to let February come to me. As a great man, Nicholas Fabrio said to me today, let the month come to you, G. Let the month come to you. You don't have to go chase it. You don't have to go find it. The month will come to you. The trades will come. I'll find them and I'll crush them. Okay? So, yeah, February, looking forward to that. Man, I've been getting a few books from Amazon lately, and man, that shit is off its head. I think there's been twice in the last week where I've ordered a book at like 10 p.m. and it's arrived by like midday the next day kind of thing. Or maybe like, early arvo. Maybe 4 o'clock or something. But 10 p.m., 4 o'clock. It's fucking wild. Reading a lot at the moment. Probably going to share a few thoughts on a few books in the next couple of weeks. I'm really getting into reading again. I don't know if I've ever disclosed this, but I didn't read my first book, full-length, back-to-back book, until I was probably 25, 26. So, I might have started some stuff when I was younger, like Artemis Fowl and Harry Potter might have started them, Lord of the Rings. I could have started stuff like that when I was younger, but I never read a full book back-to-back. I don't know why. I just wasn't into books. I was more into, like, I just had a wild imagination and I didn't think that I needed books kind of thing. I was always outdoors. I was always playing sport. Like, I was always doing shit. So it didn't really bother me. Just wasn't me. And I just I found it hard to concentrate on them. I didn't find them like that interesting to fully dive into for long amounts of time. So I guess I never really connected with me. Nowadays I'm, getting way more into them. I think I'm, as I said, 26. It was the first book. Power of Now was the first book I read from cover to cover. But yeah, nowadays I'm starting to like it a bit more. I'm starting to love it a bit more. I'm buying more. I'm just, I'm enjoying reading and it feels good. It feels really good. Yeah, just a little side tangent there. Anyway, I just kind of wanted to talk a little bit about January, what happened, how my month went, kind of what I'm thinking and where I'm going. February, can't wait for it. I just got to let the month come to me. So, and that's advice for everybody out there, even though I don't recommend, financial advice or anything like that. My advice in terms of, letting things happen, don't forcing them, don't be forcing them, still stands, yeah. And on that note, this isn't financial advice at all. There's a disclaimer downstairs, but I'm just going to say that this is just my thoughts and my opinions. Anyway, guys, so I'm going to bugger off, but this has been episode 15. If you like my channel, if you like what I'm doing, please subscribe. I'm really close to 1,000. I'd love to get to 1,000. It's a bit of a mini goal of mine. So if you haven't subscribed, please do it now. And I'll catch you all next time on Slap Happy. Thanks for tuning in. Peace.